So to me, as part of responsible investment, ESG, environmental, social and governance, are three of a number of factors that you really need to consider very carefully that influences the value of the investments that we have in a portfolio to deliver the best outcomes for members. But it's important to take a balanced approach and to really understand each component and get to the truth on what matters and look for both the risks but also the opportunities. I think best practice depends on who you are, whether you're a large scheme or a small scheme. But I think first of all what's really important is that you understand what ESG really means. What does it mean in terms of the investments that you make? What are the risks and opportunities that they present? And then think about how you would express that in your statement of investment principles, bearing in mind the statement of investment principles has been written for members, and therefore it's important to keep it really simple. The second thing I think is to make sure in your investment management agreement it's a very clear expectation on the manager as to what you require, both in terms of where ESG plays in the investment process, but also in terms of the reporting and the monitoring of those assets. I actually don't think there are barriers. I think there are challenges. I think we create our own barriers. The first thing is, unfortunately, as an industry, we're very good at overcomplicating everything, particularly the language we use. I mean, essentially, we've talked as an industry about engaging with members on environmental, social, governance and other factors, climate change, for example. But we do it in a way that's really complicated. People in the street, would they understand what we're talking about? No. So I think the first thing we need to do is to start to speak a very simple language. I think that's the first barrier to break down. It is a challenge, but it's not an issue. And then I think really to help smaller schemes in particular find easy way through their consultants to really embed ESG in terms of their investment process, and then to make sure that the reporting and the monitoring of that is really clear. But I really come back to having a really simple, compelling and clear narrative for our members. I think the one action that I think we should all take together is the what and the why. So what do we mean by ESG, environmental, social, governance, and why do we believe it's really important? If you understand the what and the why, then we'll genuinely embed it in our investment processes, we'll report on it, and we'll do the right thing for members.